generation, we the underground. We paved the way for the famous, yeah, the underground. The pioneers remain nameless here in the underground. The majors and the players who get praise and say they made it and got stayed in good and polished like a diamond in the underground. When they lose touch with their roots and need another sound, the industry climbs down into the underground. We beat the mom and pops, they the incorporated. They love and we're unknown, hated amongst our own.
Welcome to What's Hidden. I'm your host, Snookie Blaze, and we're here to bring you everything underground and independent. That's business owners, entrepreneurs, writers, poets, musicians, singers, rappers, everything underground and independent. Today on What's Hidden TV, we have Black Nova. They're going to introduce us to the Black experience in all of their music and their body of work. They've been in the music industry for over 20 years. And when we come back, we're going to get up close and personal with Black Nova. First, we're going to take our break and check out one of our independent artists. And when we come back, we'll be right here in the studio via Zoom with Black Nova. I'll be right back. I'm Snookie Blaze. Peace.
Oh, yeah. I got these bitches sick with my dolo. I got these bitches sick with my dolo. I got these bitches sick with my dolo. Dolo. I got these bitches sick with my dolo. Dolo. These bitches sick as shit cause I'm a badass bitch. A badass bitch. My phone has hits and shit and I look good as shit. Look good as shit. These bitches sick as shit cause I'm a badass bitch. A badass bitch. I'm about to goes and shit and doubles to me, bitch. I got these bitches sick of my dollar. Dollar. I got these bitches sick of my dollar. Dollar. I keep these bitches sick of my dollar. Dollar. I keep these bitches sick of my dollar. Dollar. They make anything I want, I did it. Great bitches talk, but I did it. And a nigga hating on this bitch, he mad as shit, he ain't hit it. From that place you ain't never been about.
Welcome to What's Hidden. As I promised, we got Black Nova right here via Zoom, straight out of Oakland, right here on What's Hidden. Tell me about yourselves and welcome to What's Hidden.
Black Nova's in the building, trying to make sense of what you're feeling.
All right, now you hear him. Now, you guys, both of you are not born and raised in Oakland, right?
No.
So tell me where you guys originate from.
I'm originally from Michigan. I was born in Jackson, Michigan, and then raised in Kalamazoo.
Oh.
That's a Pfizer vaccine for you.
We ain't want to talk about that now. No Johnson & Johnson's up in here. So, where you from?
And I'm originally from Funky Town, USA. It's Fort Worth, Texas. Cowtown, USA, where the West began.
You original cowboy.
Yeah. By way of Prairie View A&M, and then I made my way out here, and Ricardo had another journey, make his way to the West Coast. Yeah,
yes.
New York,
you guys have an amazing body and journey that you guys let me know of. So what I would want to do, because I want to make sure my viewers get equal time with both of you guys, I want to start off with maybe a little summary of you guys first before you got back together, because you was together and then y'all separated and then you got back together. So first I want to talk about each of you guys' journey, because you guys have lived a prolific journey each by yourselves before you got together and made the music that you're making right now. So just a little bit from each of you guys, whichever one want to start first.
Well, I started when I moved to New York from Michigan, and when I was 18, I worked for a music store called Musicland, and our manager his father happened to be the vice president of Polygram Records, and we auditioned and we got signed, me and my the manager there, and we were kind of like the Black Hall and Oates, and we were in the studio in Manhattan. It was like living the dream, and they just shelved us. So, I got signed, but I got shelved. And then I just started playing for the church, and then my partner started actually working for Polygram. and I would help him out, doing the promotion and stuff. But pretty much didn't do anything but just play the guitar for the church for that whole 2 years I was in New York. And then I had some band members in from Michigan that actually were from Los Angeles. Their mother was, so they moved to Los Angeles. They said, "Why don't you come out here and let's try to get this band together?" And I moved out there. And before then, I auditioned for Westchester School of Music, which is a really prominent music school in New York, and I got accepted, but it was always I need to work, pay my bills. The same thing happened to me when I went to Los Angeles. I auditioned for Musician Institute of Technology, and I got accepted, but I had to go to business school instead because I needed to get working. So I did that, and I've been back and forth to LA to Oakland for the last 30 years. I had more success in Los Angeles. I did a couple TV shows where I did the theme music for, and I actually worked and recorded dialogue. I won several music awards with my ex and with other people, but it never really translated into major success. I worked with some platinum people here in the Bay Area, Dwayne Wiggins, and then the Daz Band and other people in Los Angeles, but it never really blew up. So I was just really frustrated with music, and I had to just do it for the love of it because I got tired of the industry itself, And it's always been, the industry has been changing. They're finding new ways to rip off artists, and it's just really frustrating.
So you find it better to be an independent artist?
There's advantages and disadvantages to both. When you do it independent, you got to do it all yourself. When you sign with a label, all they're doing is giving you a loan because they're going to pay for your promotion, all this videos and all this stuff, give you an advance and all that. But, they pretty much own you. They even do something now called a 360 deal where they even own your likeness, your name. That's why Prince has Slave on his, because that's what they did to him. So it's really difficult being an independent artist because it's all on you trying to get this promotion out here. And we're grateful for you providing a platform for independent artists like ourselves to be heard. So
no problem. No problem. That's what we do. That's what we're sitting to do. Open up the doors and make sure that you get the same treatment as anybody else should get the same treatment. We're in a lot of different states, and we make sure that our artists are passed around throughout those states, throughout those television shows, and make sure our people are heard and seen. So definitely, this is one of the great things that I get to feel for being able to do this as well. So let's hear a little bit about you.
Well, me, myself, I walked around the house hearing my grandmother singing old songs and humming while she was washing dishes and cooking. And my dad would be humming bass lines as he was moving about the house when he wasn't out working. And that was an influence. My grandmother, she rhymed all the time. She'd make, a rhyme out of anything. She might say something, yucky, like a ducky, anything, And so I began to write poetry, in high school, going into my college years to a girlfriend. Of course, you grow and you learn, you break up, and those poems turned into, sobby love songs and stuff. And then you go off to college. I went off to Prairie View A&M, and you start to get into the political realm of things as, more grown up, type of things that are happening around you. And so I started to write on those things. And eventually I got a letter awarded to me saying I was second best rapper on campus, and all. But when I came back to school my senior year, they wouldn't let me get on any talent shows. So,
wow.
So when my political science instructor, found out about it, he took me to the political science department, and they sponsored me to go around and start doing reparation conferences and things of that sort. And so I did that, and I had two college associates of mine, Tony Bird, who ran track, and I played football, and then Todd Thomas, he had all expense paid vocal scholarship, true bass that could sing a falsetto and read by sheet music and a whole bit. Well, after I graduated, um, Rob Quest of the Odd Squad, he went to Prairie View with me. Um, he left school early and went back to Houston, got signed Rap-A-Lot Records, and they started doing production on their album. While I graduated, I wanted to continue to do my music too. And so he eventually ended up connecting me with Archie Jackson, Archie Ray. They called him Blast. And out of all the 4 years I've been looking for a producer, this guy here, it was just about, hey, I have the music, you have the money, let's do business. I ended up leaving my first professional job after graduation, moved down there, called the gang together and started producing these songs, you know. And so after being in Houston with him, 3 years, learning about, more than just music, life and everything, a drunk driver took him away in an accident, car accident. And so very next year, I ended up out here in Oakland at the advice of a friend who had been out here for years. And that's how, with him traveling back and forth to LA, being out here in his disenchantment, and me moving out here, due to tragedy, we end up crossing paths. We get together in 2003, do a little music production, and I put the album out in 2006 with the music video that we appeared in and everything. And I was acting in local movie and theater and everything here, and we just drifted apart, just life. And then in 2013, we ended up coming back together, and we've been together ever since. We produced 7 albums in the since 2014. Most of them in singing pole. No, we've been singing pole all our life. So here we are.
Wait, we're going to get more into what singing Poe is right after this commercial break. We're going to take a break and check out one of our independent artists. And when we come back with Black Nova, they're going to tell us what singing Poe is. And they're going to talk more about these 7 albums that they have produced since they reunited. We'll be right back on What's Hidden TV. I'm your host, Snookie Blaze. And welcome back. We're here with Black Nova, and we're going to talk some more with them and find out more about the music. So you guys reunited after going your own lives, all different types of situations. You done got all types of skills under your belt, and you come together and you start making conscious music. Tell me about it.
When we first reconnected in 2013, we did a album in Bossa Nova called "I Love You Like I Love Brazil," and then we did a really eclectic R&B album called "The Rainmaker." It has everything on it from hints of rock, a lot of R&B, some pop, Chicago style stepping music. And as we were just getting ready to wrap that album up and release it, the murder of Philando Castile happened in 2016. And then Kaepernick, started with his kneeling. And Ricardo had been saying to me for a little while before that, man, we need to do some educational music. We need to do some conscious music. And so I heard him, but I kind of like brushed it off prior till, Philando Castile. And then he said it again. And I said, okay, man. I said, you ready for your life to change? And he like, it ain't gonna be that serious. I said, well, I was one phone call away from being Tupac's best outlaw. So I'm telling you, if I start writing this, things are gonna change. And so, we started in on the Black Love Songs in the Key of Freedom album, and then he saw what I was talking about. We were all over the spectrum on it: rock, reggae, hip hop or it. That's a powerful work. But time just kept going on and going on, and you know, I had all these grand ideas about the way I wanted Black Nova to come out, you know, and here we are years later now with all this work compiled from all of those times and music, you know, channeled in on all the times coming up to this very present day, which is how we got Walker the Caveman. And we're just now getting ready to release the whole anthology now at once. And so now people is going to get a chance to, you know, sample Black Nova and all the genres that we touch. And it'd be really interesting to see if anyone who really listens to one song with Black Novas in one genre can pick out that it's us in these other genres.
Okay. So what is one of the things that you would want your music lovers, your listeners, to take away from your music? Because you're across so many different genres, what is the one thing you think that is universal that you want them to take away?
Healing. Yeah, no matter whether we're doing hip hop or whether we're doing some R&B or love and relationship music, or whether we're touching on politics or health, whatever the case may be, we design our music to be effective, to be enjoyable, but effective, so that we're not just making sound like, you know, a lot of artists today, they follow trends, you know, whatever's popular. We make music to be timeless. We don't write a song not to be a hit. It may not hit with everybody, but I would almost guarantee that every song on all of our albums will resonate with somebody.
And definitely start conversations. One thing I took from your music will start conversations. If the conversation has not been started and a song of theirs come on, whether it's Black Love to Don't Cry, it starts a conversation. So y'all definitely have to check out this music that you guys are putting out. Now, one of the things that when I was reading your bio, you said you had made several albums of work that you didn't release. Can you tell me a little bit about that and why you didn't release it?
I kept telling them to release it. I'm traditional. You know, you make an album, you make a single, you make an EP, you make an album, and you go progressively, and you grow, and your fans grow with you. And he just kept, man, he just had me in the studio slaving like a slave, you know, just making song after song. Every little idea he had, I'm like, God, man, you ain't released one goddamn thing yet, man. Come on. And I'm trying to tell him the business part of this, and he just was not listening. And, hopefully by the end of, you know, the next month, I guess it'll be all released at the same time, which I said, what the hell are you doing with that? But I guess it's better that it happens that way than not happen at all, you know.
I just had all these big ideas, you know, and my idea was you do all of this. You know, I guess I'm guilty of trying to give everybody too much at once. And, you know, I was trying to build the show, and I wanted to shoot all these videos. I didn't want, you know, I wanted to like build something too big for people to just say, oh, yeah, that's Black Nova. I wanted people to, damn, you see these Black Nova cats? That's what I was really going for, all in effect. But the issue is that we were producing all of this in Singapore.
Oh, somewhere else.
If we had the bagging of a record label and a team, you know, to do all of these different facets of what labels do, we're the perfect product. Now, this man here is one of the most renowned. You don't think so, because he's humble. But this cat has volumes of jazz tracks, albums worth of jazz tracks. And many times when I play this stuff just in passing, people think he's Earl Clue. So, you know,
you can send us that music. We play just jazz tracks. We play audio music without like any vocal too. I just want to put that out there. You know, what's hit and play it all. Okay.
Yeah, grand ideas were bigger than my pockets, but we still coming.
Yeah, I can't wait. And y'all definitely got to come break it out on the What's Hitting show. Like either the radio show or the TV show. You guys know y'all have a pathway, y'all family. just shuffle that music right on through. You got a project going on, you can always contact What's Hitting so we can cover it, especially if y'all come out here into Philly. Okay, so we definitely your Philadelphia connection. One more thing I wanted to know about it is you weren't, but you when you came back together as a unit, you decided to be Black Nova, but you're also called the Black Experience. You have not only music, but you guys have fashion and healing products and different things of that nature. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, Ricardo and I, we sat down and crafted out some outfits for the ladies to wear during the shows. And you'll see those outfits in the Walk of the Caveman video. Right now on YouTube, we did a song right before the election called "Just the President," and so the ladies are wearing that outfit in that video.
Oh, really?
I'm laughing because Ricardo and I, we brothers. We ain't kin, but we brothers. And we agree on everything.
Well, he recalling something right now. He having a moment where he's remembering some shit. You like, please don't mention it. And he's like, I'm really laughing because I want to tell this story. And you're like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's written all over your face. It's funny as shit. It's written all over your face. You want to let him tell the story?
So.
Man, this is actually the best writer I ever worked with. And I worked with some really great people, Black people. He's the best writer I ever worked with. But sometimes he just go a little bit too far. I'm like, why you say that, man? You about to get us both fired. We used to work at the same place, driving train. And I was like, man, we're gonna be fired. They're gonna have us. They're gonna block us from our YouTube and saying that stuff. So. Yeah.
We're going to show a clip. When we come back, they're going to tell us where you can find their music and get in contact with them. We'll be right back to What's Hitting TV.
We made that from UK to Philly. What's Hitting be all indie. Underground music on plenty. The sound be so gritty. The flow be so gravy.
And welcome back. We're still here with Black Nova, and they're going to break it down all the way with this. They make clothes. Now they're going to talk about some of the herbs they also have with this Black experience.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to become acquainted with representatives of New Body Herbal Products back on campus at Prairie View A&M 30 years ago, 31 years ago now, and it absolutely changed my life. The owner of New Body Products, Dr. Paul Goss, just crossed over on August Sunday the 1st. This man is absolutely the figure in my life that I revered the most. I became vegetarian using his products at 23, so he's been in my life over half my life. And Doc was just a very wise, soft-spoken guy, very accomplished. If he spoke words to you, you may not get it then, but his words always came full circle. And people who've used his herbs have said that they were even stronger than Sabi's herbs. I've heard people actually tell me that. And so I think he's well worth mentioning because we have record of him saving thousands of lives and showing people how to get rid of common illnesses. If you've ever seen this bottle right here, anywhere, that's Dr. Paul Goss. And so his legacy lives on. When you went to take an iridology class, learn how to read the eyes to diagnose people's sickness, you got more than just a lesson in iridology. You got a social study lesson, a lesson in culture, and he left us all very well prepared. So New Body will live on. New Body's main base is out of Compton, California. And so if you're ailing and you're really sick and tired, you can go to newbodyproducts.net or you can visit my site, yourlifeback.us, and see the works of Mr. Paul Goss. There, Dr. Paul Goss. There are confessional videos there on the Your Life Back site, yourlifeback.us. Yeah. Any little common illness and things that you might think you're above getting over, you might want to give nature a drive first.
All right. If you're into some healing, you can check this website out and be educated and go through the website and check it out. This man has changed millions of people's lives, and his herbs are amazing. So check that out and rest in peace. So next up, we wanted to talk about something a little lighter, like more music. So what do you guys see yourself in the next couple of years with the music? Now that you're about to release the mother load, will you take a break and let this mother load just simmer and let people feel it, or will you still be producing more music?
Well, we're going to release all of this music in as many different places as plays all these different genres of music. And in the meantime, we're going to try to return from singing folk so that we can bring the Black Nova experience as you should experience.
All right. So are we looking to tour? Are you looking to get, I know COVID is still alive and popping and killing people, okay? I just want to put that out there. But the world is also opened up. So in that fashion, what are you guys looking to do with that?
Things we want to do is do some shows of our own. We already did something. The organization that I do is called Qualified to Love. Qualified, the number 2 love.com. And it's basically black male female relationships that have functional, effective, authentic, loving, and passionate relationships between black men and black women. And we've done functions where we put the two things together. We'll do sing some love songs, and then we'll have another game that's with the organization is called Getting to Know You Experience, and that is a compatibility game. So you can figure out if that mate is right for you. And even married couples that play it find out things about each other that they didn't even know.
Wow. Okay, so one by one, tell everybody where they can find you and where they can find your music.
For the music and videos, that's Black Nova Entertainment.com, and that's Black Nova, Nova, Entertainment.com, and that's for Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, BlackNovaEntertainment.com.
For the relationship, the black male female relationship, that's Qualified, the number 2 love, qualifiedtolove.com. And you can also get the Getting to Know You experience there on the link, or you can go separately, go straight to it at payhip.com/qualified to love.
And that's why it's at the bottom of your screen, because he said that really with ease, not knowing that a little of us are slow, and we write a little slow, so you may have to say that a little slower, but you so used to saying it and running it off your tongue. That's why we put it at the bottom of the screen, people. Thank you guys for being on What's Hitting. Y'all have been a blast. I love your music. I would really like to hear all of the different genres that you tap into. So please keep sending us. You have a pipeline. You're a part of the family. Black Nova is a part of the family. We play their music all the time. So, well, that's everybody we have for What's Hitting TV today. Oh my God, it's been an amazing show. I want you guys to check us out. We are on radioactive-radio.com on Thursdays. That's What's Hitting in the Underground. That's one of our radio shows that play in the UK at 10 p.m., but it airs in Philadelphia at 5 p.m. We also have What's Hitting Radio. That's on Fridays, right on 106.5 FM, tunein.com, and phillycam.org/listen. Now, don't forget our dirty version of all our songs. We play them on Monday at 9 p.m. on cbjradio.com. And we also replay on Tuesdays on CBJ Radio at 2 p.m. and 106.5 FM at 11 p.m., which is also live streamed on tunein.com and phillycam.org/listen. Our television show, What's Hitting TV? Well, this airs in Philadelphia, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Manhattan. And don't forget to check us out on allmediatv.com for those people that only have the internet. So I'll see you next time. Check out What's Hitting TV. We're always here. I'm your host, Snookie Blaze. Peace.